They said, you go that way, I'm gonna go this way. But he was real thorough when Doughboy and all of them was ready and that nigga bumped him while he was eating his chips. He said, nigga, you got a problem, nigga? But it wasn't the same thing when, you know what I'm saying, when he went and got that cornbread and he went with the crew. Yeah, he turned himself straight into a bitch. Yeah. He ran from them niggas like they was the agents on Matrix.
That's it, bro. So you ain't no real gangster. You can't stand alone, bro.
Straight like that. Straight like that. Look, and that's real because no matter how deep we are, everybody got to do their own thing. We can do it as a whole, but nigga, don't wait for me to swing or, you know what I mean? Don't follow my lead, bro. If we doing this as a whole army, and you know what I mean? Rep your shit. I don't want no niggas waiting for me to tell them to bust the pistol or throw the buck knife or throw the hatchet. You hear me? You better do your thing.
Yeah, that's a difference.
Hey, you gotta knock a nigga out before it look like he doing something.
Yeah, you know them niggas who fight like bitches. Yeah, they had your whole damn everything you wearing toe up. You beat their ass, but you look like you got your ass beat. So this nigga pulling and screaming and scratching on me like my Beezy would. Yeah, I'm with y'all on this. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, it's Friday, man. I promise, bro. It's the weekend when I woke up. Shit. Straight like that. But yeah, motherfuckers show they tough when they with their peoples. They be, you know what I mean? Or just those that like to show out, man. We ain't, you know what I mean?
That's a what's it called? That's a female trait, huh?
Yeah, me, man. I'm actually.
Want to make a scene?
You T-Painter. You T-Painter, or is it me?
I try my best to. Yeah.
Okay, you clear.
I can try my best to avoid. No, it was me. I'm saying that's off rack, bro. So gotta avoid that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, don't nobody know you better than you.
Stay on.
You know you can't.
It's me. Everybody voice hella low.
Everybody, welcome to the show.
Is my voice low on y'all in?
No, that sounds loud and clear.
This is another episode of Knowledge Uprising.
Yeah, I hear you, Russ.
Okay.
And now we got the live panel going.
Yeah, man. I'm up here, man.
You know, that's my.
Yeah, drop one.
Hey, I'm up.
Thing, man. It's cool. All
right, we live right now, y'all, man.
I'm dude that don't go to practice. Go to.
Salute.
Oh,
respect. Welcome all Instagram internet gangsters. What they doing, man? Salute to everybody on the P.
Salute, man.
Yo, bless up.
Yeah, so the addressing of the IG world, tell them wait at the door, man. You gotta check your credentials, man. Check them. I ain't no bouncer or nothing, but yeah, I make sure I check them at the door.
Yeah,
hey, what's your definition of an internet gangster?
Oh man, you asking me? Drop.
Yeah.
On a lightweight surface, a person who say it was a lot of tough talk on the social media or whatnot, and when you meet this person or you catch up with this person in the flesh, it'd be a whole nother story. Like you would get a whole episode of All My Children from this person who was just throwing you some Hellraiser type of movie, but he got on some, what's that dude named Victor Newman shit? Yeah, that's what I say on the lightweight. Like if you talk tough or you really, the thorough man that you profess to be, don't change that up when I see you where, you know what I mean, where I could touch you. And I yield.
Yeah, basically, nigga talk shit on the phone when you see him face to face, he gonna dab you up like same type of shit. Bro.
Yep, and I feel you because where we speaking
Or
on it,
niggas
I
that like
know.
waste their time sitting there trying to bang and shit like that, talking about they set. You know what I'm saying? And then motherfuckers to be on some like, what can you do over the phone? Like you gonna shoot me or fucking try to fight me through the like? I'm not
got a
finna
new
go
jump
that much
drive
back
and
and
go through
forth
the
with you
computer.
over the internet because ain't nothing somebody can physically do at that time. If you're a real nigga, you don't waste your time doing it. You just be like, come see me about it, or I'll see you when I see you. That's simple.
Yeah.
It don't go that far. But motherfuckers who keep wanting to say, I'm from this, I'm that, not bang. Nobody cares.
That's so real. Because when I think about it, and I know when we meet up here on these panels, we ain't playing with no gangster shit. Like I'm really going into being who I was when I was born. Like fuck all of the titles on bullshit. So like us here, we ain't on no no trip where we bragging or boasting on nobody. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I literally teach a man that wanted to smoke with me or whatever. You feel me? Before I knock your face off or anything like that, I will try to coincide and coexist. You hear me with you? Like if I say, hey, I see your ass in the streets, when I do see you, I ain't gonna make sure that I'm just ready to disconnect your motherfucking spine like I'm some kind of savage. You know what I mean? But if that's what you want, then so be it. Gangsta ass nigga, you.
No, if I come looking for you, that's a different thing. But if I see you by accident, bare by accident, yeah, me ain't gonna fuck with you, you know. Yeah, so if I come looking for you, I got my mindset, you know.
Yeah. One if he say, hey nigga, give me your address, man, I'll send your ass to the edge of the world, stupid. You know what I mean? You think I'm put my family in danger and have your ratchet ass pull up to my door? If I did,
and then have to kill you. You know what I'm saying? It's like motherfuckers are played to the point where they'll push you to have to do some shit you ain't even want to do just because they playing.
It don't happen to a million niggas.
Hey, can I add something, fellas? And ladies, if we got ladies in here, but you know what I mean, they are due to come.
But like you say, my Zai,
it's literally like how I want to say it. I'd rather save a man than I'd rather save myself or the next person that's trying to go against me. It's like when y'all know when you think about how they say you get 7 years off top if you break a mirror.
Huh? Oh yeah, talking bad luck.
Yeah, and it's like if you ask me on that note, everybody outside of me, y'all, I look at it as y'all, everybody outside of me is my outer self. You know what I mean? And if I break any of them, huh?
That's facts. Breaking yourself.
Yep. And if I break any of them, I break myself. And that's like for sure. Like I'm gonna have to live with that all the way up until the day I perish. You know what I mean? Just thinking about whether it was in the righteous zone or not. I still have a thought to cross my mind where I done took somebody's life or whatnot.
That's because you conscious of what you truly are and what this experience really is. When motherfuckers ain't that in tune with the knowledge of self and God and the universe and shit like that, they don't understand how we all are each other and shit like that. So niggas is just thinking from a selfish man point.
Yeah, it's thorough because me and Sir Dropper spoke about it. You know what I mean? And it's like that's like where you realize your outer self. Like when you realize your outer self that's the mirror. If you break any, like they say, you get 7 year bad luck run. You know what I mean? But that's literally like 7 is completion, and you literally doomed yourself. You know what I mean? If you knock the life out of this person
and look, my Zai, every 7 years you a whole new person for real anyway. From 7, 14, 28, 35, 40. That's why they got the football games going by 7s. You want to understand? 2 7 back to back make a triangle upside down. pyramid. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Go ahead.
You're right, and we all know that 7 is a completion. It's like if you break a man or woman that stands before you, like you didn't for sure completed that you doomed to do this again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Like it's the same thing. If you were standing in front of a literal mirror, you would punch it. Like you done seen so many people break it, punching it, but you watch yourself breaking that damn reflection. You know what I mean? So like
They call it stigmata.
huh?
I
I
think they
say it
call
like,
it stigmata for real. I think
yep,
that's the name.
a stigmata, yep, so to speak, yep. And that's what I want to say. Like everybody, all the internet gangsters, all the G's, nigga, please, all the Instagrammers, come on in. But we ain't trying to squeeze your neck. You know what I mean? We just trying to check ourselves.
Like grab the mic. Tears from everybody, man. Let's keep this an open, nice build.
Respect, fellas. I feel a great one, y'all. It's coming on.
Harry, I'm just rolling these trees.
Oh man, take a great puff for your partner.
What's happening? What's piss happening?
Respect everybody.
Peace to y'all, man. Peace to y'all, man.
I hate to respect.
What's up? What's up? It's my first time on this panel, so hi, my name is Yesenia.
Respect to you.
Thank you, thank you. Likewise, likewise.
Hello, Empress. Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm at work, y'all, but I'm gonna be listening in and I'm tuned in, so don't count me out.
Basically, like to me, an internet gangster
Respect.
would be somebody that.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on, Messiah?
How's everyone?
Good, good. Thank you.
Peace, bro. And everybody.
Hey.
I was Third Drop, you fan?
Yo, fix the audio. The audio sounding echoey until.
Yeah, somebody riding in the car.
So the topic is internet gangsters. Is that what we're talking about?
Just basically,
Exactly. Real.
All right, cool.
So what you think about internet gangsters? What does the Queen think about internet gangsters?
Oh Lord, I've ran into so many. I've been threatened so many times. It's not even funny. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't understand it really. I've known a lot of real people, and they just don't behave the way they do online. And I think they behave that way just because there's a screen protecting them, and they know that for a fact that nothing's going to happen to them most of the time. Who's going to take the time to like go hunt somebody down? It's ridiculous.
Word.
I think if a person carry on like that, they really got a mental issue in real life. They lacking something. They have some problem they're trying to work on and really don't know how to handle them problems, so they lash out on other people.
I think they have something to prove. I think they try to prove themselves, and it's online, I mean, what's the point in proving yourself? It's stupid. Even in real life, I mean, what real person is going to take the time to prove themselves to somebody else? It just, it's fake.
It's all ego, man. Yeah, really.
Yeah, and I've noticed that a lot of them, they tend to like really attack the women. They don't really like argue with the men very much. It's like the women they want to go after. It's just ridiculous. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, might have had a bad relationship with their mother.
Mommy issues, exactly.
Yep, that shit come up.
Yes, sir.
It's very important, man. Oh, they said the first year is 0 to 7. You wasn't hugged, might be, messed up in the head. So. Need that motherly love at a young age.
Yeah.
It's all about the balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but basically, what I was saying earlier, just ain't no rules for internet gangsters here, we just trying to build positive,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so how much people can be on one call now?
I think like 8.
Y'all think some of these platforms is like built up on some of these values?
Yeah.
Will we be able to hear them and they'll be able to hear us? Okay. Go ahead, brother Red. I ain't mean to
Y'all can
interrupt
hear me,
you.
right? Y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Mic check.
Yeah.
All right.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, so I don't know too much about no internet gangster and thing, mankind. Not a blogger. It's more for you bloggers,
Yeah, that's a younger generation thing.
Well, I wouldn't say all that because I've had cats that are like 38, 40 fucking come on here and threaten me. I get them so mad.
Oh,
and,
they're gangsters.
Yeah.
She said
For
38.
real.
40.
38, 40s, like in their 40s and shit. It's weird.
Like that's a word.
It's really awkward.
They're sitting in their second childhood.
See, I think that hangouts and like when you're dealing with somebody that's upset, I think that that's like they're really easy to control. I mean, you can't really show emotion on hangouts because people tend to pick on you. So that's when you get the internet gangsters. They get like all emotional and shit, and you keep picking on them, and they get all fucking. They have to threaten you to try to scare you, or they try to like, gangbang on you on here, and it's ridiculous. I just laugh at it. It's funny.
Is there a proper way to express gangsterism on the internet without being the cliche internet gangster?
I think the way you carry yourself speaks loud enough.
So if it's genuine expressions, then that's different from when they on the internet gangsterism, whereas that's more disgenuine personality, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think that real people actually carry themselves a little bit different. And it's easy to spot real when you know what real is. You know what I'm saying? So.
I've seen a lot of good tolerance skills when it comes to panels, and where typically you would think that someone with internet gangsterism, they'll be quick to hang somebody up and kick them off the panel. But I think the maturity really shows when someone has a toleration before they just like mute or boot someone off the panel.
You disagree without getting an argument. Yeah. Trying to keep, be civil.
Yeah.
At least let the turn somebody get their turn and shit like that. Hogging the mic.
Yeah, no, I'm just staying muted because I'm hearing everybody else. Go ahead.
Not passing the ball, that's like fake gangster shit, right? Not passing the rock and shit. Ball hogging type shit. And then miss the layup and shit, can't pass, and you miss the shots. Like I think that's what sometimes some of these the fakers want that they end up doing, committing those type of fouls. Shit.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Anybody got like gangster memories and shit? Like, what's the most gangster shit that you seen on the internet? Anybody? Maybe. Nobody want to give nothing on the internet credit for being something like that.
Are you talking about some real gangster shit on the internet?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, yo. That was not right.
Hold on. He can't get a pass because I would have felt like it would have been gangster if it was just a regular nigga instead of an old man. But because of an old man, that was the most coward shit in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you lost your gangster card. You chose a victim that was
some fake gangster shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit ain't gangster. You want to see some gangster shit? You can go to the ync.com. They film motherfuckers getting shot, heads cut off, and all of that type of shit on this fucked up website from people overseas and all kind of shit. And military people that be in Iraq or people that's in Brazil because they laws is different. Like, a lot of that shit get recorded. They'll show you shooting the shit out somebody or motherfuckers getting their head blown off or accidents.
Okay. Yo, I saw a Russian mafia hit in Russia, and the motherfucker must have put cocaine in the silencer because when he shot, it was hella dust and cloud. You know what I mean? Like white clouds and shit. Yo walked into the bar and emptied out on him and shit, and it was dusty as fuck. So I don't know what that's about. Putting coke.
That's some whole other gangster shit. That's some shit niggas ain't privy to. What kind of throwing coke in the barrel of the gun and just blowing a nigga shit?
Yes.
What kind of high is that?
Right. That's some voodoo type hit right there.
He like, nigga, I'm gonna blow your soul away. Fuck just your body.
Yeah, he must have really deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they like, spend a little half a key on you, extra type shit. But you know, I've seen some of these cats on the internet, like with something like what you said, Quentin. And you know, it's like, oh, over there in those third world countries, like it'd be like a lot of fake gangsters killing people, heavy. Like a lot of times, them cats that's like beheading somebody or chopping their hands off, and you know, tying them up and laying them into a ditch to shoot them up. Like that's some horrific fake shit. You know what I mean? Pass that shit, right?
I'm only saying because I'm getting to the spot right now. I'm like, shit.
Oh, can you hear me right now? Hold on. I am my mute on. Gary,
what's going
on, Gary? What happening, big man?
Oh man, don't even talk to me today about what happened today. I'm still at the shop. I'm still at the shop, man. The water line popped up here at the shop, and I had to come back up here and fill all the water tanks back up.
Yeah, I'm be there for a while.
No. Well, waiting on this boiler to fill back up, probably. Oh, y'all talking about Star?
Wow! Wow!
Gary went straight for the neck, boy.
Wow!
What you throwing? You throwing shots? I'll beat your ass in real life, boy.
Wow!
I'll beat your ass in real life,
the
Gary.
first shot off the fucking chain. He came right in there and said,
You got me fucked up, dog. Ain't no internet gangster nothing. I'll knock your ass out in real life, nigga.
There you go.
Gary done got it started.
Okay then. We don't need no fight then, big man. We need unity.
Any other you niggas that want a piece, y'all can get some too.
Like he is like literally killing the stereotype, ain't he?
I feel like it was unfair, Star, for him to come at you like that.
Whatever, man. You heard what I said.
Any dude who come on and threaten somebody with physical violence and y'all talking to a computer, yeah, you pretty much an internet gangster. Like you talking to somebody on the computer, what you gonna do?
Maybe Star is just a gangster on the internet. Maybe that's how you get confused with all this.
There you go. I mean, because unless you standing right there in front of the dude, I mean, what are you actually threatening them with?
That's what I be saying. Then you got niggas sitting in front of the cameras throwing up their sets and all that kind of shit. It's just like, that's the most not gangster shit. All the gangsters I've really seen that's really gangsters, they move in silence. They're not gonna do some shit for sure.
Yeah, that is terrible. When they do gang, I hate seeing that type of shit. Gang signs on camera. Like, even on the subliminal, when they try to do it on the low key. Like, it's unfortunate.
That was a communication style that they started with. Just got corrupted.
Hey, and then the fucked up thing, G, it be motherfuckers that'll do that. Then in the next second, we talking about they know the whole Bible and shit and talking about they're a Christian. Wasn't you just throwing up your set hard as hell, ready to do all damage?
But little do you know that the two brethren, Drop and the brethren, Star, them hats is in representation of gang affiliation Even the signs on it is
Man, I just
No,
like
gang
the color blue.
gang
I
affiliation
just
ain't the
like the
problem.
color blue, bro. That's all. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. I just like
Right.
blue.
Now I feel that, but even if it was being a part of a gang ain't the issue. You know what I'm saying? Some of these niggas, you gotta understand, they really was family. They held these niggas down out in the streets when they ain't had nobody else. When murder was everywhere, it's just like if you drop somewhere in a fucking war zone and all the niggas that's riding for you wear color. That just is what it is. It's about how smart are you to rise out of that situation and make something of yourself. That don't mean just because you gang bang that you just gotta be a terrible nigga.
Yeah, that difference between the will and the fake.
I saying the representation in general, the originality of the purpose of a baseball cap and the signs that's thereupon. Like for instance, the one drop I have on the head is really a numeric number, and it's
facts.
You
That's
understand?
facts, Natty.
No, yeah, 100. I get that.
And
Just
then
like
even
out here in Chicago.
a hat in itself is for you to be able to do your things and able to hide your thoughts from God. That's the reason a hat is put on your head. You're supposed to cover your crown, so your thoughts won't be seen to the Most High.
But when
That
not
shit
the
sound
most,
ridiculous as fuck. Who can hide their
quick.
thoughts? That sound like some Jewish shit.
Not the most high. It's so your thoughts is held from people around you that's trying to steal your order.
I am the Most High. You the Most High. I mean, they're all knowing. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I could dig that. You can't no telepathic spies and shit, right?
I know I'm breaking up, but I don't even look people in their eyes if they're not worthy of it. So you're not
I the same way. Yeah.
looking off distance because you're not even on a godly level to me. So like if I'm making straight eye contact with you and we talking, I know you on my left.
Yeah.
If you not, I don't need you to read my soul like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're right. That's the exact same way. Especially when I in a confrontational type of environment. If I getting heated at someone, I don't try to look the other way. I don't really try to watch the eye because them eye gonna tell me when I telling them what I telling them on my mouth, and them eye going to look in certain way. If I see that, I just might pop up. You don't understand my head. My head is right. You know.
Hey, have you ever locked eyes?
Because I'm tall, but I stare a motherfucker down. If I don't stare at people, but if I do talk to them or some shit, I'm looking dead in their eyes. Like, I want to detect everything, their lies and all that.
You're a reader. You know what I'm saying? You're a reader. You read in everything. If they even flinch, you'll be unsplattered because you read in everything. You know what I mean? Me, I'm more or less, I don't want you to read me. So like say me and you talking, I'm gonna say the dopest shit, but I'm looking at TV while I say it to you. I ain't looking at you.
About time I look at you, I coming after you. Ain't nothing. I coming after you when I put my eye upon you. So I try to keep my eye off of you to try to help me, because I already on that level. I try to help myself not really focus in on my target. Cause once I look over to you, it's like it's game on. It's a different thing now. Especially I look at you and you watching me hard, man. It's a different thing. A different thing now.
Yeah.
Damn, that's deep.
Well, if you don't look the lion in the eye.
That's when you can be like, what the fuck is you looking at, man? Type shit.
Yeah.
Then somebody will respond, it's like, my eyes.
No, I'm not. You're talking crazy. No, I'm saying. No.
But it's a missed person, right?
You gotta look at it like that.
And then you look at them in mid sentence and they whole thing changed. It's like when they know you dead serious, like when somebody know you dead serious, they whole thing change. If you come off of submissive, we call it rock from the sleep. So they're like, yeah, man, that's what's up. Yeah, whatever. Hold up, hit that beat and then you get all the way 1,000 on them in a split second. That's how we do it down here. So
a cat giving you a pass, right? If you don't take the pass, they go 0 to 100. You know what I mean? It's like I gave you the pass. Never mind. I ain't no internet. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't give away.
I just wish I was born in the older generation because niggas nowadays don't fight, they just shoot. So that's why I don't even waste my time getting into it, motherfuckers. Because if you go there with them, you got to go there fully, and I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that because like back in the day when I was younger, like you was a fight, and you know I might fight a nigga, and I might be back cool with him. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, can't no shit like that go on, man. Shit like that don't happen.
Right, you can't get back cool with a nigga you done shot.
Them days is over. You know what
back in
I'm
the day,
saying?
you fight a nigga and be cool with him the next day. You know what I'm saying? Just this shit out in the open. You know?
If I fight somebody today, boy, I might try to I'm just thinking how to stay out of the penitentiary, goddammit.
Yeah,
like, I bet, you know what I mean? I wish the motherfucker would time is what's going on now. Back in the days, I would fight somebody and then we'd be friends. But now I just feel like if a motherfucker want to touch me the wrong way, then I got the right to kill him. Fuck
it. Yeah, different times, bro. Different times. Man, that shit was fun back in the day. This shit's serious now, boy.
And it's too many youth now. Them youth got, they got wild packs and they got little knives and shit. Like, I ain't with all that stabbing shit and all that shooting shit. Like, them motherfuckers is wild. So, I'll say what's up to all the motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Try to talk to him, man, much as you can, bro.
What's up with y'all? What y'all good? Y'all need some chips? Y'all need some blunts? Y'all need what y'all need? Drive off fast. We made it. Hurry up, get in. Oh man, I ain't got no change, man. I just spent it, man. I swear, I got shit. Now, you know what I mean? You're too young to be asking for change, motherfucker. You just going the wrong path early. Motherfuckers at the gas station, like, nigga, ain't you supposed to be in school?
Nigga be fresh as hell with nice haircut. Let me get dollars out.
The fuck is wrong with you? Hanging out on the corners and shit. Like, god damn, you know what I mean? You gonna round some of these motherfuckers up on some like drop squad pre-K to 12 type bus type shit.
Niggas just make it easy too. That'd be the worst part about it. It's just like you be where they expect you to be when they get ready to do some shit. It's like then be surprised that they got you. Like, how the fuck did they know? Nigga, you here every day. It's literally like the hood is a place that you could just sit and wait for crime and then just go get crime when you want to.
Like some chips.
Like if you're a police officer, then you know the spots because everybody else know the spot. The streets talk, motherfuckers be talking. Of course they know what the fuck is going on or where what is. It's politics.
Too easy.
Hey, the hood is a sanctuary.
And niggas be thinking, nigga snitching. Nigga, you signing Google and everything and talking all of this shit. Niggas ain't got to snitch because you telling on yourself. It's like, this shit be terrible. It's like at this point, niggas might as well not try stupid illegal shit around technology because it ain't gonna work out.
The state of suburbs, right? And they don't even have sewer systems, bro. They got a septic tanks and all this and that and the third. Now, reason why they moved out there is because all their sons and shit went to the war, right? So that opened up the neighborhoods for us. You understand what I'm telling you? So when they opened up the neighborhoods, they all fled out of the neighborhoods running away from the niggas because they was caught up under some type of agenda the government was pushing. You understand? So when they all moved out, they moved out in them suburbs. Now they want the hood back. If you notice in y'all local neighborhoods, they restoring all that shit. It's not for y'all. It's so they can get right off the expressway, go right into the inner city with the goddamn sewers and everything, and a trash pickup and all that where it's regulated. They mad we in the hood.
So they want to paint the hood like it's terrible. The hood only be like 7 blocks worth for the whole city in each side of town. All them other blocks, they want them back.
Depends on where you at though. Because in Chicago, it's ignorant. It is way longer than 7 blocks in each hood.
It might be 30 blocks, but look how big Chicago is. It's still 190 blocks that's not like that. And they're gonna paint
it's so segregated though. You see what I'm saying? So once you know you in the area of niggas, you in the area. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when you say Chirac, I can't even argue that point. It's insane up there. But I'm just talking about little cities, you know, with their little projects and their little ghettos and stuff. That ghetto was so small compared to that whole city. It's insane. But they got us thinking the whole world of ghetto, and it's not.
Right? Like I'm starting to think Chicago is some kind of experiment, definitely to a degree, because the type of shit that is like, to me, it's a couple of places that's an experiment. Chicago being one, it's its own experiment. Then the type of shit that be going down in Miami. Miami is this whole other that's some Stranger Things type shit to be happening in Miami. These motherfuckers be wilding. And you know what I'm saying? I fuck with my Miami niggas who don't, but I'm just saying, it's just like every single time you hear about some shit from Miami, it's fucked up. Something that's out of the blue, wild and crazy as hell. Then Chicago, it's always got to do with some goddamn guns or some police.
Yeah, what I heard about Chicago was this: the retaliation rate is so high that you can't tell them nothing now. Now it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like this happened, that happened. To where it's huge going on now.
Because niggas ain't waiting, right? It's like, if something happened to one person, it's finna set some shit up, it's finna turn some shit up. Then now it's war between the two sides or whatever, the two cliques, depending on whoever they is. And it's just like, that's when ain't nobody finna wait on the police, and they ain't finna wait on the court justice system. They going by the court of the streets and the, you know, the order of the street law. So that shit ain't got no time limit on it. That shit is when you get ready.
Hey Quentin, that shit started in the 70s.
You said what?
No, that shit started in the 40s.
People up.
30s.
All the way till now.
No, I'm saying gang banging been here, but the difference is what it is now versus what it was in the 60s, 70s, and 80s and 90s is different because there's no structure. We ain't got no OGs that we listening to, and nobody ain't giving no fuck. Like out in Cali and shit like that, it's still some kind of a pecking order and shit like that with these Bloods and Crips. And a lot of OGs that came home to the streets is respected. They can't control everybody, but they can control enough motherfuckers to be like, all right, let's put some of this shit down. Chicago don't have that, and we see that, and we suffering bad because of it. Like, I big up everything Big U and all them niggas over there doing, like Nip was doing, and Trey D, all of them big homies over there.
Hey Quentin, what's the word on Larry Hoover, man? I heard he done got sick and everything.
Man, they ain't never trying to free that man, bro. It's like they trying to stick it to Chicago on that, and they trying to stick it to Larry on that. But it would. But the thing is, it's so fucked up. Yeah, G. It's so fucked up. Cause I ain't really heard too much on that situation, so I can't speak on it. But it's just like the way everybody would be reacting. Like if he did even come home, the way these niggas now, G, they wouldn't even respect it because they don't even know the history of who Larry Hoover is for real. So like you got GDs out here that be GDs and don't know his damn history or the history of their own shit. And the nigga who started it. So like you have a motherfucker out here trying to come for his head for some bullshit or you know whatever the fuck. It's like, and your own people. That's why I be like, it be your own people. And the niggas that be your own people out here doing this shit be niggas in their teens, like 14. You got 13-year-old niggas blowing nigga shit out. So it's just like, you know, it's some ridiculous shit going down in the city of Chicago. That's why I stayed the fuck out of Dodge. I just be like, man, I hope these niggas end up getting it. That shit, the only way y'all gonna get out this situation is to say y'all neighborhood is y'all neighborhood because y'all black and oppressed, and it's a money thing. It's all about money. So at the end of the day, if y'all doing all of that hot shit that y'all doing, you fucking your money up and you fucking your neighborhood up. And ain't nobody finna help you build it because they not finna give you these grants. They tearing down your schools. So at the end of the day, only thing you can really do is all of that street money y'all getting, build your neighborhood up yourself with the shit. It's like stop depending on another motherfucker to give you a hand up that they already let you know in many different ways that they're not gonna give. Like them fixing Chicago and the hoods of Chicago would be like them. That'd be almost like reparations. It's just not gonna happen. It's like it's on that type of level, G.
What's up with your boy R. Kelly, man? You think he gonna get more time than Bill Cosby? They about to make an example of that.
Yeah, they finna
man.
slap some shit on Kelly ass. Yeah, that nigga capping. Like I don't know why he didn't. I don't know what the fuck it is with this man and young girls. But that nigga been capping, G, and that's his fault. Shit, that nigga, that's some freaky shit. I know if it was my daughter, I'd have been fucked him up. No money in the world would have stopped the nigga from running up on that man. And it's not like he wasn't approachable or it wasn't like a nigga couldn't get up with him. You know what I'm saying? It would have been some shit, but if it, you know,
kids.
no, right, and that's what it be.
Yeah,
and that's what it be because that's the only thing that would make sense. I'm like, nigga, this is Chicago. They touch any artist. You mean to tell me you got niggas kids around here with this nigga that whatever, and ain't nobody doing nothing? Oh, okay, that means motherfuckers on that bullshit.
Yeah,
I think niggas knew what it was from the jump though on that shit.
Yeah, all of them part of the Illuminati type thing, but even the girls and them parents is part of the order, you know.
Yeah, I think they knew what it was from the jump, bro. Like, they sold their children type shit.
Yeah,
like they
got
knew
already
what it was.
sacrificed.
Like
even your
people
boy,
did
even
with,
your boy,
Jack.
Trayvon Martin, him father, all of them people there.
And
Sacrifice.
Hey, just like the Kanika Jenkins, you know, her mom's name was Teresa Martin, Trayvon Martin. You see how that goes? You see how Nipsey Hussle had one sock? You see how Kanika Jenkins had on one fucking side of fucking the Kendrick Johnson with the case still going?
Hey, matter of fact,
Breaking up, Sir Drop.
Yeah, but did anybody see the whole Philadelphia situation or whatever, and how these motherfuckers was squirting fake blood on themselves? G?
What? You talking about the police that was shot?
Yeah, G, I was rolling, G. I'm like, y'all niggas is that bad that y'all getting caught by these niggas slipping doing y'all dumb shit. It's every time too. It's like y'all just are so not good at covering y'all tracks that it's just like fuck.
I don't know
they
why
cut off Kuta Kente's 1 foot. But y'all go.
Yeah, that foot magic, yo, Sir Drop, you brought that shit to mind, and I realized found that foot magic. Remember that? Like this, some type of foot, and that Kanika Jenkins one sock and Nipsey Hussle one sock. That's like it's some type of magic, some type of placement of where a person walking shit or some shit where they'll take a person's sock and do voodoo.
And they they hung him on a cross, but put his feet together and made 1 foot. It goes to any nerve.
Damn, god damn it, Sir Drop.
Hell yeah, all right, bro.
One hole for both feet.
That's
interesting.
Man, all the way to the mermaid, bro.
I mean, I'm trying to think though, if that's the case, is that in reference to the whole fish god shit and relating to the whole Jesus fish or shoe or you know the Pope hat?
Absolutely. It go all the way back probably before that.
Yeah, they made that fish symbol with their foot, didn't they? Or did they? Oh, I don't know.
You got then I know y'all be seeing shit like the fact that you know, like the monkey paw. And I know y'all done heard of that in lore. And then you see shit like movies like Us and Get Out made by Monkey Paw Productions. Then they got the monkey paw like doing the whole hypnotism thing inside the teacup with the spoon. I'm like, they cooking some shit up.
That's fucked up.
The monkey on Lion King too is like a
yeah,
man too.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Voodoo
Rafiki, really, Lion King. The story of Lion King is the story of Horus retold. You know, because Mufasa is Osiris, and you know, of course, the mother is Isis, and then you got Thoth, or you know, Tahuti, which would be the baboon and shit like that, the one helping be born and do all the little ceremonial shit. And he carried the staff and whatever the fuck. Then you got and then you know, Thoth also took the form of a baboon or whatever, besides the ibis bird. Then Scar represented Set in Lion King and shit like that, and of course he had the scar over his left eye, just like you know Set did in the ancient times and shit.
So
it's like,
I'm sorry.
No, what you gonna say?
I'm thinking over while you going in on Lion King, which half my brain is listening to, the other half is thinking about the hokey pokey and how you put one foot in and then you take one foot out.
Okay, I see.
Turn it all around and shit.
No, yeah, that's definitely your thought.
Like, that's that one sock. Yeah.
But yeah, just to wrap that up, and then you know the whole, you know, Set killing his brother Osiris, that whole thing or whatever, and you know Scar killing Mufasa.
Is that
you know,
Set and killing his brother? Is that Cain and Abel shit? Because you know you only got two brothers,
right? It just goes back to the same shit.
You forget Set,
but Set came after though. He, you know, I'm thinking
remember before it was Cain and Abel, it was Enki and Enlil.
Right. Them the same two motherfuckers, the red and blues. I'm thinking maybe that's reaching, but yeah. Enki and
ain't reaching.
And he supposed to have been the daughter of the god of Saturn.
Yo, I don't know, man. I'm on Kanika Jenkins. I'm thinking about her foot because goddamn, it's like why I don't know, man. Why they do that type of magic? That's that media magic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they want the media to get a hold of this story, and the story be full of holes and shit.
Y'all don't remember the boy that was in the gym, roll up in a mat with one sock on and one of these socks?
Bro. Yeah.
Right, Kendrick. That's what I was telling you on the wrestling mat. Right. Yeah. Yeah. They do it on everything though. They even had niggas pulling up one pants leg in the ghetto. They had LL pulling up one pants leg in the videos back in the day. These motherfuckers been marking this shit forever. And I'm telling y'all.
That shit crazy. That's that market knocking on over the chimney, over the fireplace. It'd be like 1 foot. Hella 1 foot. They be all left foots or right foots and shit. Don't know.
Yeah, them stockings. Yeah, them stockings. Hell yeah. And then you put gifts in it.
Nobody
and then you bow down. Listen, you bow down to the star to pick your presents up. Christmas is so satanic. Listen, that's why they put the gifts under the tree so you bow to the star. You understand? It's not to pick the gifts up. Okay, it's to
hit
bow
him.
to the
Hit
star.
him.
Yeah.
It's about, yeah.
The fallen angels, you know?
Hell yeah. Because they know if you really get directly under the North Star, shit change. This is why they blocked off. You can't fly in these zones. Because if you get that, everybody follow the North Star. If you get directly under that bitch, they know something different. I don't know what it is. I'll be lying if I try to tell you what it is. But if you get there, I know they stopping us from being directly under it and shooting a selfie picture. You know how many people would have did a selfie picture on a diameter exactly under the North Star? That would be a tourist mark. Man, ain't hiding that shit so crazy, bro. Go ahead.
Well, ain't it on top of the North Pole?
Well, it's supposed to be. It's kind of off to the side. It's kind of like
it's supposed to be true north. True north. I believe the North Star is true north.
That's shit over
so the North Pole ain't with a North Star. I mean, yeah.
The North Pole,
two different places.
It's hanging a little bit like them wizard hats that got the little bell at the end. It's a floppy hat with a bell at the end. the little clown wizard hat.
Yeah.
Because the North Star isn't directly above, but it is still the I guess maybe
True
zero.
north. So that must be the geological North Pole and then the magnetic North Pole, what they be talking about.
Right.
I think that shit fell over, to be honest.
I'm saying you can go to the North Pole if you wanted to because they blocked off the airfield. So it's a no-fly zone. It's a no-sail zone. So once you go to Antarctica and all that, this is why when you was a kid, Antarctica was always gray. Put no color to that shit. They didn't even want a young mind to focus on that. Everything else was in color. But Canada, Antarctica, and all that stuff would be gray with black letters. If you're a kid, if you can go back to your kid's state and remember how Antarctica looked, it's never in color. And it's just a little piece at the bottom. And then it'd be a strip and it's cut off. That's where you can't fly. That's where they're hiding it. I'm knowing this because I was in school. And, yeah, where they cut that fucking map off. If you my age, we used to have these disc maps, right? Our teacher would pull it down and they'd be like shaped like eggs, but it'd be 3 of them. You know what I mean? And it'd be 3 different holes like lily pads. And as I got older, they wrapped it into a globe and shit. Now I started seeing the deception. As a kid, I'm like, the map ain't look like that in the 3rd grade. I'm seeing that. You know what I mean? It used to be 3 maps, then they turned it into 1 map. When they turned it in, matter of fact, you remember them oval maps that look like eggs, and then it'd be 3 of them, and then it'd have all the continents on them, and then they tell you, okay, now wrap it in a globe, and you like, no, it's flat and it's different plant fields.
They had to figure out how to make it fit in that motherfucker, bro.
Right, but we
had to figure out how to ball it up.
But see, subliminal as kids, and then they trick us. Remember the atlas? Who know what an atlas is? Now, an atlas and a map, all that shit is dealing with flat remains and geographic points, and it never curves. So how the fuck do it curve on that model?
Yeah, it never.
See what I'm saying? Curve is supposed to stay.
Yeah, it's like if you look at the weather, what's it called? Like the weather system. It looks just like the
longitude and
map.
latitude never curve. Continue no curve. You can't curve horizontal and vertical lines. You understand?
But I did see a video. Hey, Natty, I saw a video. I saw a video where this foreigner dude, right? He was from like a whole nother island, right? And he was lined up with the equator,
You're breaking up,
right?
Sir.
You lined up with the equator.
I'm gonna say it crispy.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
It's just
you said lined up at the equator. That's what we heard.
Until he come back in, just think on that. If you have a vertical line, longitude, a vertical line,
pool of water.
Horizontal line, latitude, and if it curve within that degree of the number of the degree
and the pool
curve
of water
with
is spinning. All right.
No, go ahead, drop. Go ahead.
What's up, man? All right, now listen, I want y'all to Google this shit. Y'all can find it. Dude is at the equator, what they call the equator, right? He got an arrow and he got it in a puddle of water, like a bowl of water, and the water is spinning, right? He takes like 20 steps, go on the other side of the street, put a bowl of water down, put an arrow in it, and it's spinning it completely opposite direction. 7 steps apart from each other. The shit was so crazy how the pool was right there, and he was trying to find the center. You know what I mean?
So on that Antarctica shit, you know that all the countries, the United Nations got a bet where nobody can claim that shit. So you got like all the countries supposed to work together and claiming that shit. Like they can't, not one person claim it, but they be doing joint expeditions. Whenever they do some expeditions supposedly to the South Pole and shit, it'd be like multinational and shit.
But that didn't accept tell you that they all in the same under the same umbrella of business, you know?
True.
They in the same corporation. If they can all come together to do business under this entity, they in all business together.
Like the International Space Station type shit.
Yeah, exactly. From as above and so below. Check it out. That Mora is gone good, man. Gary, I want you to explain how come the horizontal and the vertical lines are longitude and latitude, the degree don't change. If it's on a curve, even a curve change of degree. That's anyone know that. You can't keep the same degree going on a curve, even in temperature. Where he is, he running from that one. Smart man Gary, Globetrotter.
See, here's the deal. No, what's good, man? Hey,
Yeah, tell me I gotta come up with some type of proof.
No, Gary trying to relax with us today.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Hey.
Yeah, you ready for the question again, huh? You had to go find something. You had to go find something on the internet.
What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you saying?
All right,
No,
longitude and latitude. You know what that is, right?
Yes.
All right. How come on longitude and latitude, if it's on a globe, you can't get no straight lines out of no globe. And then on top of that, you can't have the same degree on that one particular longitude going in a curve. The degree would change.
What? Wait, what? If it's a consistent sphere. Well, first of all, it's not even perfect.
Gary,
it's not a perfect
let me explain it, Gary, because I know what you're about to try to do. He's saying, you know how you make a pinpoint target like longitude, latitude, such and such degree, you come to this point. You cannot make a pinpoint target if it curves. You see what I'm saying?
What do you? I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying. I have no idea.
I know you were.
Because if it's a sphere and you grid the sphere, you're going to have a certain degree of longitude. Ain't it like 15 degrees on a sphere for the Earth? It's 15 degrees. What are you talking about? I'm trying to figure out what you're saying because I don't understand.
You can call it whatever degree you want to call it. I'm telling you, longitude, latitude, going around a globe, and you're gonna measure it on a degree. The degree would have to change due to a curve every eighth of an inch, every eight feet of a mile. It would have to change, and at no time do the degree change from east to west, nor south to north. The degree stays the same. You can't do that. That's a logical fallacy right there.
That's not a logical fallacy. Which hold on. Which logical fallacy? Which logical fallacy?
I'm supposed to follow something because you have some logic to it.
No, hold on.
It's a folly.
Which one? Which one?
Lay long, man. Longitude, latitude, long, lay.
No.
Listen.
What's the name of the fallacy you're saying is being committed?
Longitude is straight up. Latitude is straight across. When does it
the problem is,
in the word
if you're talking about a sphere that's 100 and there's 360 round sphere, the lines of longitude and latitude are the same all the way around because it's a consistent shape all the way around. Why do you think the degrees would change on a sphere? They would be the same.
No,
now,
I'm telling you,
on a flat surface. Hold on, listen. On a flat surface, they would get linear in the middle, and then they would expand outward as you go to the
Gary,
edges. because
Gary,
that's the problem on the plateau.
I'm gonna ask you more of a simpler one though. Okay, so one way has got to be going up, and one way has to be going down on a spear, correct?
No.
Eh?
How do you determine up and down on a sphere?
Whichever direction you're going.
Hey, that's what we be saying. How
but
do
hold
you?
on, but you can change on a sphere. You can determine up or down whatever point you pick would be up and down. Like if you got a basketball in your hand and it's ball, right? There's no indications of anything on it. There's no lines, no stripes, no words. It's just say it's one of those red balls you used to kick around when you were in school. You know, the little kick ball, red.
Right.
There's no up and down on that ball unless you set a point to be up and down.
Okay,
you know
so I mean? right. So at what point is up and down when you make it, correct?
It ain't gonna curve. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
but here's the thing, because y'all trying to jump my man's Gary. Let me bring it. Hold on. Let me bring it together. Let me bring it together. We're gonna say this to bring it together. When we talk about a diametric inertial plane, it's not that we not referencing the globe. We just saying the globe ain't what we walking on. It's just what we walking in. That's why when you put these two sciences together, you can make sense out of both combined. But if you try to separate
that's not what Gary. That's not what Gary said.
Then shit start making sense.
So if you take a flat disc and you put lines of longitude and latitude on those, they're going to be wider on the outside and then they'll be smaller on the inside. You don't have this problem with the sphere because there's no inside or outside diameter. The sphere is completely a 360 all the way around. So the lines of longitude would be the exact same all the way around the sphere.
No, not if you make each line an inch apart. Not if you make each line an inch apart, they wouldn't be wider. But check it out. Hold on. Let me put this in. So you make the up and down on a globe, right? Which point you want to make it? Okay. Tell me. Hold on. Tell me at which point is the water on the earth now going up, and at which point is it going down?
Well, first of all, down is always beneath your feet, and up is always over your head. So I'm not exactly sure what you mean.
So how you get a globe?
What do you mean? How do you get a globe? How does that have anything to do with you getting a globe?
Put a ball in your hand.
Okay.
And you come from the side.
None of us know where the hell we at. Period, bro.
Hold on. It's obvious. No, it's obvious. Put a ball in your hand, and if you look at that ball from the right side or the left side, you have to choose a point to go up the ball or down the ball. Whichever way you want to turn the ball. Cheese and bread. Whichever way you want to so-call it gravity.
Hold on. Up and down on a ball. Towards the ball is down. Away from the ball is up. In any direction.
Come on. How are you gonna get to the north part? How are you gonna get to the north part of the ball or the south part of the ball?
Okay.
How are you gonna make a north or south on a ball if you can't make a up and down?
We only get 5 minutes with Gary.
Hold on. I see Natty's confusion. I see your confusion now, Natty. I want you to stand up. I want you to do something. Hold on. I want you to do something for me, Natty. I want you to stand up and I want you to point to the south.
Point to the south?
Yeah, point south.
Point south. That'll be beneath my feet. That'll be beneath my feet.
South is beneath your feet? Because I'm pointing south and it's just, I'm pointing south and it's on my right. And when I point down,
you mean south on a flat nourishment?
No, I'm telling you right now that when you say you're going south, you're going to point a direction, either left, right. You know, you're going to point to your left or to your right. You can probably point directly in front of you. But when you say you're pointing down, you always point towards
the show up, Gary, if you don't let me talk. Now
north
listen,
to south is not down.
I know, goddamn, great, because I'm about to mute and let y'all finish talking. If you stationary and you point north, you're going to point in the sky. If you stationary and you point south, you're going to point in the ground. Now, if you're in the air moving, south, north, east, west, change
depending on the direction you going in. You understand what I'm telling you? This geographic.
Yeah, I understand what you said. It just doesn't make sense because I'm pointing north right. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me turn the other way. I'm pointing north right now. I mean, it's directly in front of me. Now I'm pointing up, and I'm pointing towards the ceiling in my house. So north is directly in front of me, and up is the ceiling. North and up are not the same thing because I'm pointing in two different directions.
Breaking up, I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're breaking up. North is not up. South is not down. There are directions. Down is always beneath your feet, and up is always above your head. North and south go outwards.
On what you're doing. If
north, south, and east. Those are directions in which you can go. And you're not headed north, you're not headed up or down. You're headed forwards and backwards.
So magnetic south is not under your feet?
I'm sorry?
So you're saying that magnetic south is not under your feet?
Magnetic south? No, it's not under your feet.
So where's gravity going?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're talking about two different things. You said magnetic south, and then you
Where's
said
gravity being pulled? Where's gravity pulling to where?
Gravity is pulling you towards the ground. That means it's pulling towards
under your feet, right?
Yeah, that's your feet.
So what would be south?
But that's not south. That's still not south. I'm pointing south right now, and I'm
because
pointing
it doesn't
down.
work in a globe. That's why.
Hold on. Listen, my hand is pointing to my right. And that means it's pointing south, and I'm pointing down towards my feet. That's down. My feet is down, and the right of me, that's north or south. I'm sorry, I'm pointing south right now. So south is that way, and down is always beneath my feet. Now, if I move the other way,
according to what?
Hold on, listen. Now I turned around, and now I'm pointing north, and I'm still pointing down at my feet. The direction of down hasn't changed, but the direction of north and south has.
According to what, Gary? According to what? A compass? Hold on. According to what? A compass?
Yes, a compass.
A compass is in a two-dimensional scene. It's not in a 5D. Hold on. It's not in a 360-degree vibe. You never seen a compass. No compass. This is how they teach your head. Because you never see no compass in no 360-degree movement. You only see it in a two-dimensional movement. Hold on, brother. Use your brain right now. Just use your brain.
I gotta ask you a question first. Have you ever seen a global compass?
A global compass?
Yes. You didn't know there were different types of compasses? Like the compasses we use in the northern hemisphere.
Okay.
I want you to look it up. I'm sorry you don't know the difference between a global compass, a compass that's set for the northern hemisphere, and a compass that's set for the southern hemisphere.
What compass
sorry
right
you
now?
didn't know there was a difference.
Listen.
Based on where you live, they're only going to sell compasses that will work where you live. Now, if you travel, you're probably going to need a global compass to get a more accurate reading. But I'm sorry you didn't know that.
A global compass is what? They read off stars, right?
No. Global compass is just like a regular compass, but it also has a little tilt because it will tilt up and down depending on where you're at.
A little tilt. I just said 360-degree. You never see a 360-degree compass.
That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you if you've ever had a global compass. Like the compass you just want to go buy at the store, they're for the northern hemisphere.
You just went from
that it will work all over the earth. You need a global compass.
Gary, you went from a half compass to a full half compass.
No, I didn't.
I say, have you ever seen a 360-degree compass?
Yeah, and I asked you if you've ever seen a global compass.
That's not a 360-degree compass. Yes, I have. That is not a 360-degree compass.
Why isn't it?
A 360-degree compass, we have to be submerged within something so it can give you. You never seen, and it has no point of contact.
Look,
you never made nothing like that.
I just told you about a global compass a few minutes ago, and you don't even know how it works. So how are you?
Jeez and bread, man. Do that global compass still got something? It's solidarity to something, right? Come on, Jesus, bread. I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull it up for this man.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
ain't
hear you.
understanding. Understand what I telling you?
No, I couldn't hear you. Somebody was laughing while you were talking.
Feed this man. I'm sorry, man. Y'all go, bro.
Yeah, I couldn't hear. I guess that was third drop that was snickering.
Hey man, I tried to buy you out with the diametric inertial plane. I'ma just fall back.
That's not gonna work. And like I just tell his man, go and look up a globus compass. You know, the fucking look like a regular compass.
Yeah. If you got a globe compass, that mean a motherfucker should have slapped you upside the head when they gave you your change after buying it. Go with it.
Wow.
Hey, I just asked you, Gary. Gary, I'm gonna ask you again. Have you ever seen a compass that is in a 360-degree visual aspect? No, you haven't.
Did the motherfucker say, thanks for coming in and buying this shit, asshole? You stupid motherfucker. Have a nice day.
Hey.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Let's get back to it. But feed this man. Listen.
I try to feed him. I try to give him a lot of food he don't want to eat. You know what I say? As a MAGA more I cut over there.
Let me do my I'm in tears.
That man eats soil. That man eats soil.
He eats soybean?
Yeah, soil. Soil.
You eat maggots,
Ground,
Gary.
dirt. He eat dirt.
Gary.
He eat dirt.
I'm gonna post a video in the back chat for you so you'll know the difference between the global
Nigga, we know, but it's just funny in conception. A globe compass. Since when do you come past the globe? It just is hilarious, man. And then the only thing is the fact that it's not standard in the fucking cockpit or in the goddamn, dude that's driving the boat's room. It's like the fact that it's not mandatory in there is just hilarious to me. They don't navigate with that. They just navigate with the flat 360-degree radius. But you know what? I'm just gonna take it for what it is.
What is that? Not even a 180. That little flat map, that flat globe, a flat compass. Now, man, that's just giving you something there. Flat. It's showing you one time it's flat. It's showing
they
you.
can't lie. Pilots know better than anybody. If anything,
That's
the
what I
whole
telling
line
him.
depend on airplane pilots.
That's what I telling this man. He ain't listening. He can argue with me all day. I ain't gotta pull on no credential. I don't like internet talk.
There you are. It'll help you understand it.
Gary is an internet talk.
A global compass and a
global
non-global compass. Yeah.
You got to understand, man. Once you get away from the globe, nigga, there's no going back. You see what I'm saying? Like a nigga would never go back to that shit because you be like, damn, niggas really believe this shit. Just like a motherfucker who will be in the store if a motherfucker buy a globe compass and say, damn, motherfuckers really bad at this shit.
If you knew the difference between the two, then yes. And
where you
for the record, a global compass is quite expensive. It's not like one of those little cheap.
I can imagine. I'm just saying you don't need it because a regular compass will do you
They
just
cost
fine.
$39.99.
Yeah. It's just like hold on. It's just like a motherfucker who comes to the airport and they got Gucci luggage. Nigga, your luggage doing the same thing as mine doing. You just trying to stunt.
No, it costs $39. It costs $39.99.
You hear me? But you want to pay $5,000 and then feel like, oh, my bag better than these motherfuckers sitting back in coach. But it's in the same goddamn bin up in there with the regular damn bags, just like the broke ass bags. You know what I'm saying? It just costs more for you to make it look nice. But it do the same shit because at the end of the day, all it do is transport clothes and items from one place to another.
Wow.
$39.99. Who said that, man?
I said it costs $198 and they're selling it for $39.99 sale price. It's supposed to be one of the best ones.
I just put one on in the back and it's like 200 and something. But it's still watch that globe compass. ain't no different, too much different than what you see every day. That's different. That's not what I asking here. I asking he have he seen one to give him a reading of a 360-degree sight, and he's never ever seen a globe like that. No one has. You understand?
You don't
So,
understand how an actual global compass works. That's why you're not understanding.
Nigga, the point is, what we're trying to say is you can never see what you're talking about to prove it exists. As in, you can never see a globe to prove it exists, but no matter how high you go up with any kind of form of technology or camera, the shit appear flat. That's all.
Can
You see what I'm saying?
you tell me, can you explain to me why we have global compasses? What's the difference between a global compass?
Yes, you have global compasses because motherfuckers is lying to people and they gotta put money into their lie because they just can't come out and come clean with it because it's riding on generations of bloodshed.
Bullshit.
So you could. It would have been easier if you just said you didn't know.
I didn't say I didn't know. I know what I've been doing.
But that has nothing to
you didn't understand what I
that
telling
has
you.
nothing to do with why there's a global compass and a non-global.
Brethren, that is not giving you a 360-degree sight or nothing. You know what a 360 degree? You know what 360 degrees is?
Let me ask you again.
That's supposed to be your imaginary globe.
What is the difference between a non-global compass and a global compass? Once you figure out this question, you will know why I told you this is for a 360-degree compass.
Because that global compass.
If you would just try to figure that out,
I'm going to give it to you. If you want to listen, I'll have to go research it. I know what it is just by looking at it. The difference going to give you is the height, elevation, and a position of a regular compass going to show you east, west, south, and north. That's the difference you're going to see right there. Period. What I try and tell you, I want more than that, what you just give me. I want a 360-degree compass, man. Then you can prove to me that there's a globe, that we living on a globe. Until that time, I don't want to hear none of that fuckery, Taka, your mouth. It's kind of a bag of shit.
Why didn't you just say you didn't know instead of what you just said?
What?
Why didn't you just say you didn't know? Because you have came nowhere near close to what's the difference between the two.
Go ahead and look at it, my son. Go and watch it.
So Gary,
go and watch it.
You believe it's the globe for real? I didn't know. Gary, is that your disposition? You believe that we on the globe?
Oh, there you go.
Based on observation, yes.
Here we go.
So you believe in planets, brother?
Everybody, thanks for watching.
I believe in planets.
I mean, I love you, Gary, but I can't believe you're so ignorant. And I'm saying the word like a nigga, ignorant as to say through my experience, through our experience, I've experienced that it is a globe. But I quit. Go ahead.
Surprised.
Go ahead. No, I quit. I just had to be a nigga right there. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to explain to Natty the difference between a global compass and a regular compass. On a regular compass, the needle will not tilt or anything. It's rigid because it's only set for the certain hemisphere in which you're in. It needs to just stay steady. A global compass will bend depending on which hemisphere you're in. That needle literally moves up and down while you're on the globe, depending where you're at. That's why it's a 360-degree compass, because it will work in any hemisphere, because the needle moves. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it will tilt downwards. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it will tilt upwards because you're on a globe.
Hey, did I just say that?
That is the difference. No, that is not what you just said.
So when I say giving you a height of an elevation or a sight of an elevation,
it is not.
Use a light. Use a petrol light because you know what a globus compass.
Nothing to do with the elevation.
You know what a globus compass was used for? It was used for to the miners. Hold on.
Elevation is irrelevant.
Wait, Bridget. Do you know what a global compass is used for? Who predominantly use a global compass? It's miners. You understand?
Listen, your elevation would not matter.
Do you understand what I just say to you?
Listen, your elevation would not matter. If you're on top of a mountain or if you're at the bottom of the mountain, the needle will still point up or down. It has nothing to do with your elevation.
No, it don't. It got something to do with the iron on the earth. That's what it has to do with. It ain't have nothing to do with the elevator. It has the closer to the higher.
Wait. Didn't we just say ain't no down? Talking about needle point down. How the fuck does a needle point down? But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, that's true too. It's dealing with the ions in the earth.
I just
That's
said
what it's dealing with.
I said that down is always towards your feet, which means the needle will be pointing towards your feet. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it will be pointing up towards the sky. Down is always beneath your feet, and up is always towards the sky. That's what I
see.
said.
That's one of those things where a nigga telling you something that you don't see. You see what I'm saying? Like you would tell a nigga something, but then when we actually look in reality and we look up outside of what we hearing and what we reading, that it just don't add up.
And then you know everybody is white, man.
But I try to give him something simple to go on. He can't even go on a simple thing.
If you're using a global compass, and as you get closer to the equator, it will begin to level out and kind of stand level when you're at the equator, and it has nothing to do with your elevation. It has to do with your point from around the sphere. Based on pointing towards the northern and the southern hemisphere, it will have a different effect on that.
What is an equator? What is an equator?
Hey, Nadi, let me
equator is the middle point of the globe.
Fuck the equator. Listen, let me ask a question so I don't fuck the show up. Hey, Gary, all right, we got the globe, right? And I take a line through the middle of the globe, right? A straight line through it. When do I start going north again when I get to the bottom half of the globe? I can never go north again if I live at the bottom of the globe. You see how it don't make no sense now, right?
Well, first of all,
how do water go up? At what point do the water go up to come down? Is what I want to know.
That's
once again.
That's what I'm saying.
How do the water go up? It has to go at a certain point as a circular rotation on a globe. The same water rotation. It has to go up at one point in its process of time to come back down. What are you talking about? How water current? How water current, man? I don't know how water current.
Which way did I say up was?
I just give you an example, you know. Listen to what I tell you. Listen.
No, not your example. Which way did I say upward?
Your globe. Your globe.
Which way did I say upward?
So where is up? You tell me again.
I already have. I told you 3 times. Up
what
is always towards the sky. Down is always.
So water. So man, where's the water going?
Down towards your feet. It's always going down.
North is down. So your compass north never goes up a globe.
North is not up. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you that. North is not up. Up is always towards the sky.
Listen. I'm asking you on that ball, on a globe, on a ball. You got a ball in your hand. Okay. Whatever direction you take your water current to go down from the north part of that ball all the way around to the next side, to the bottom, to the top, any part of that ball. It has to go in a process of up and it has to go in a process of down. At what point does it go up? I want to know.
It doesn't go up. It always goes down towards the ground. Up is towards the sky. Water never lifts up towards the sky. It always goes towards the ground. Like, what in the hell?
Why did I have a full moon 5 a.m. in Ohio?
What?
5 a.m. in Ohio, I had a full moon. How is that possible?
What do you mean? You're breaking up.
I don't think nobody catching on to what I saying.
I don't know what he said. He broke up.
What the water come down next to the Mississippi River?
North.
Okay, the water that come down from the Mississippi River, right?
Up is
what direction? What direction is that coming?
What do you mean? The Mississippi River flows downhill
Okay. At what point that water never recycled through there again, huh?
What are you talking about?
The waters that's down on the earth, it never recycle and come around again.
The water goes through the ocean currents. It could be recycled, and then you also have
So I
rain.
asking you how it reached back up into the Tennessee mountains and the Alaskan mountains and come down again. How it come to the top? How it come to the top and come through again?
The water that feeds the Mississippi River comes from other lakes and rivers due to runoff from rain.
How the ocean from the Atlantic to Pacific. No, man, this is what the runoffs. This is runoff. What's not what they telling you? That's water coming from under the ground again, and water moving all around.
That's facts. Water will have to go up slow.
It has to go.
Water will have to flow
It's not going. It's not uphill. It always goes down, and down is always towards your feet.
So what I?
Well, all the water would fall off the globe.
No, it wouldn't. How would something fall off the globe if everything is being pulled towards it?
Stop. Listen.
The Nile River toward the Middle East.
Yeah. That river go up.
All rivers go from a higher elevation to a lower elevation.
Hey, if it was possible, if it was possible, would it be like Looney Tunes when you just dig a hole? Would you end up in China? Would you dig a hole all the way through? Is China underneath us or some shit, bro? Like, or whatever is the opposite where we at? If it's a globe, let's hypothetically say
Australia is supposed to be dynamic. Yeah,
we would be able to go to the other side if we dig a hole. Do you think that, Gary?
We the smartest tool. Listen, bro.
You think that if you dig like y'all remember the Looney Tunes when they dug a hole, they was in China because it was considered on the opposite side and shit. So you said straight down is some other land on the other side, basically what you said. We just dig down.
No, I'm saying I cannot be standing upside down. No, listen.
Sir. I'm talking about
hypothetically saying, not me or you. I'm saying I'm not standing upside down and think I'm upright on no place of this land. So once I know that, I know it's not round. I don't know if it's flat or not. I don't know if it's dimensions. I don't know if it's fields of light. I don't know what it is. I know it's not no.
I cannot hear Sir Drop. His thing is breaking up bad as hell.
All right.
You like robotic, man. You like your conversation. I get like bits and pieces of it. I don't want to be rude, Sir Drop, but I cannot hear you.
I think I'm standing upright. My north would be in the fucking ground by your model. You understand what I'm telling you? So I'm knowing it's not round just by that. I knew that when I was fucking 12 years old. Gary.
Okay, north is always pointing to magnetic north, no matter where you're at.
Gary, man, I'm talking, bro. You gonna quit just grabbing a mic?
I can't hear you, Sir Drop. You're breaking. You're cutting in and out.
Knowing that it's not no flat piece of land going across a landscape forever. I'm knowing that too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mute my mic because I'll be down.
You ready to answer my question yet, Gary?
I'm sorry?
You ready to answer that question yet? I still ain't hear your answer.
Which question?
Which way is water flowing?
Water always flows down towards the ground.
So the Mississippi River is flowing towards which ground?
The ground you're standing on. It always goes from a higher elevation to a lower elevation. Down towards the ground.
So why do the top still have water?
You what?
No.
Why do the top still have water?
No, I don't understand what you're saying because you're breaking up. I told you that 3-4 minutes ago. You're still talking.
I said, why do the top still have water if all the water is going down? How is it recirculating circulating at the top of the globe.
Does the top not have a ground? Is there a ground up there? Because if there's a ground, then the water will be headed towards it.
Okay, now you do know that the Mississippi River had ran backwards in 1811, 1812, call it Trail of Tears, right?
Trail of Tears, what about it?
You didn't just say what I said. The Mississippi River ran backward during this time to show a so-called Trail of Tears, where it ran into the New Madrid, Missouri, and fell throughout the Ohio and South Carolina soil beneath the Mississippi rivers. This is what I'm reading right now. Of course, so that it flowed backward.
That's right, yeah.
All right? You hear what I'm telling you?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean backwards. It just sounds like you said the Mississippi River went from flowing from one elevation to another elevation. So
Man,
I just told you it always goes towards the
I
ground.
just read it to you. I'm gonna read it to you again. Go and look it up yourself. You can read together. We can read together. So if you don't understand what I'm telling you, I can't.
What did you call it? Was Trail of Tears, Mississippi River?
Yes, sir. 1811, 1812.
Hold on.
Now, Nadi, is that fact?
Yo, I just give it to him on a globe. These are people who says a globe, so they write this about a river flowing backward. I come with what he like. He like documentation. I give him, you know what I'm saying? I didn't.
Oh, you give him something to see.
I give him something. Where he fight himself in the mirror. Look in the mirror and fight yourself. No,
you know, the concept I think Gary talking about as far as elevations seems to have no problems with me. You know, like typically, I think what he's saying is from a water source being higher up, that whatever's downstream would be going toward a lower elevation.
Yeah, we all know that. Know that.
How is the water? How is the water replenishing itself from where it's flowing from?
You got different elevations. Is the only thing I can.
Precipitation. So they say, or coming from under the ground. They try to say a lot of things, but water recycling. The same water.
Where exactly is it?
Mississippi? What year?
Is there a limitless? Is there a limitless
1811 and 1812.
Is that what you're saying? Is there a limitless source of water under the ground?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No. Well, actually, it's like supposed to be pockets of water. Watch it. I have a well. You understand? So when my well dry up, I gotta dig a next spot for a new source of water.
Oh my God! Did you read why the Mississippi ran backwards in 1812?
It ain't matter.
Yeah,
it don't matter why.
Hold on, because I'm reading it.
Yeah, earthquake. Okay, earthquake. I ain't gonna fight you. Earthquake, and it do it for a whole year. Listen, it do it for a whole year and some change. All right, check it.
So the ground beneath the Mississippi River changed, and the water went where the ground changed. It went down.
No.
I mean,
no. It didn't go down. 3-4 states, then drop down lower than Mississippi, man. Then drop to the earth. Nah, listen, he trying to tip your head with some fuckery on.
It said, on this day in 1812, the most violent of a series of earthquakes near Missouri called a so-called
New Madrid.
New Winter typhoon in the Mississippi River, actually making the river run backwards for several hours. However, the quake did cause landslides that destroyed several communities, including Little Prairie, Missouri. So it only ran backwards for several hours.
Man, from 1811 to 1812, that's what I see. What are you talking?
I'm reading it right here. You gave me the date. I just looked it up.
In 1811, and
was a series of locations of Native Americans in the United States from
1812. Listen, I heard what you said. I read it. If I gotta put it on a back check for you, I'll put it back there. But from 1811 and 1812, a series of earthquakes emanated from New Madrid, Missouri, and felt all the way Ohio and South Carolina.
Yeah, because it caused a
The
tsunami.
soil beneath the Mississippi rose, temporarily changing its course so that it flowed backward.
Yeah,
That's what they tell you.
No, it
Listen,
said
man.
for several
Listen.
hours it was a tsunami.
They giving you an excuse on why that it
No,
can
it's not
run.
an excuse.
Listen,
There's an earthquake.
listen,
Earthquakes
Chief
cause
and Brett.
tsunamis.
Listen, I ain't tell you. I ain't no man caused tsunami. That's man-made shit out there making them
No, it's
things.
not. An
Okay,
underwater
whatever, man.
earthquake will cause a tsunami. Like what in the hell?
Nah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck with you right here.
I would just say, man, I really don't think there's enough information for any of
Lazy River
to distinguish where the fuck we really at, bro, or what we are, man. I don't really know.
What I want to, I try and get this man to see.
No,
I try and get he to see that from Mississippi all the way to other states going into Missouri, New Madrid, South Carolina, Ohio, going all them up northern state over mountains.
And what was the purpose of it going backwards, brother?
Higher elevation and ain't no fucking earthquakes gonna make no whole fucking river from Mississippi go all the way north again. And you can get from here from that. You telling me all them states drop lower than Mississippi? That's what you telling me.
No.
That's what you telling me. That all them states drop from 5,000 feet elevation to negative 5,000 feet. Get the fuck out of here.
Natty, what I'm telling you is that an underwater earthquake causes tsunami. That causes water to move. That means there's a force behind it which causes it to go against its flow. After the effects wore off, the river flowed its normal direction after there was nothing affecting its flow. You left out most of the parts that are relevant. That there's an underwater earthquake that is releasing energy into the water, causing it to move a opposite direction. A great force.
Okay. I'm gonna let you use that excuse. Okay, right. Okay, I'm gonna let you use that excuse too,
That's
right?
not an excuse.
But then I'm gonna come
That's what
to.
happened.
Okay, listen.
You like to cherry pick.
I'm gonna let you use that getaway. But watch it. Let me send this tennis ball back to you. No, you saying all of that. This, what you call it? Sonic boom?
Tsunami.
A tsunami. A tsunami. No, it wasn't no tsunami in the river.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't no. Listen. I'm gonna say this: if a earthquake, which is an earthquake, right? And you telling me an earthquake's in these waters now, back from Mississippi all the way going back toward Ohio and Illinois, right?
All you gotta do is
going back toward Canada and Lake Michigan and right?
I want you to look it up. I want you to look up. It has
hold on. And sending it out to the ocean and sending it back to the ocean.
Hold on. I want you to look it up. It's called. I'm gonna spell it for you. I don't want to brutalize the world.
Listen,
you telling me ain't no damage? Ain't no damage to the earth to make the earth fall to help that water push back. And then where's the water source coming from the Mississippi from? Where's that water source coming from now?
Mic drop,
to push it back up, to go back to them other northern states. Uphill, to go uphill. Uphill now. Where uphill?
The other story, but listen, Garrett. Nadi. The other story is Moses split the Red Sea. It's the same story. It's the part in waters, making waters do things that man can't make water do. The only thing he can make is the fucking tsunami. And that's what.
Yeah, that's all a man can do and make a tsunami. Throw a M180, throw an M180 in your toilet, and see what it do.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the back chat for you.
M180 or M80. It was M80. Throw M80 in your toilet, see what it do.
There you go. There's a tsunami causing the river to flow backwards, and that happened recently. Let me get the date for you so you'll know. That happened in 2011, and it caused the river to flow backwards.
Where this happened? I'll look it up.
Crescent City.
You said where?
Crescent City.
Pass the mic, man. We gotta pass the mic.
Crescent City.
I put it in the back chat.
No, it's just a video back there. Where you said Crescent?
Yeah,
Crescent City?
Yeah, Crescent City tsunami, 3/11/2011.
How you spell that?
Natty.
CRESCENT.
CREACT?
No. CRESCENT.
Oh, Crescent. Okay.
It was a tsunami that happened on.
Where's this?
Look up tsunami 3/11.
And once he said
2011.
he tapped out, man. Leave him alone, man. Let's move on.
Well, he was asking me if a tsunami can cause a river to flow backwards. Apparently, somebody put the damn thing on video so you can see it.
Crescent City, California.
Bro, shut up.
Okay. Hold on. I am busting head again. I can give you that, right? You want that one? You see that gone into that one city? I tell you, explain to me how something gonna hit in Mississippi and send the water all the way up to Canada. All the way up back. Listen, man. No. Not no fucking earthquake going back in just that one city. I saying sending it all the way to states.
What?
Listen, brethren. Now, and you have to have a water source coming from the beginning to keep it going.
No, you don't. Not for an earthquake.
In order for it to do that,
Earthquakes come from fracking, man. Earthquakes come from fracking. It comes from no polar shift. Listen, man, y'all gonna give me the mic. I'm gonna steal the mic then. Earthquakes comes from fracking. It don't come from no goddamn platonic shifts and nothing. It comes from people digging for shit in the grounds that got buried through layers and layers and layers of lives. Dirt is nothing but dead humans. Stop, man.
We had earthquakes before they drilled for oil.
Man, slap. Listen, dirt ain't nothing but dead shit. That's what dirt is. It's dead humans, dead plants, dead birds, dead everything. That's what fucking dirt is. And it's layers of this shit. So they dig down and they fracking. So now when they frack, you saying hi and you yawning, bro. They tearing the fucking earth up, bro. We
had earthquakes before they drilled for oil. So what in the fuck does that have to do with anything?
To add on to what Nadi was saying, as far as getting the water back up there, up to Canada, that wouldn't be possible. But there would be too much force coming back down in order to get it to force back up. It would be an overflow if that was the case. They should have just
and they changed the whole dynamic of the United States.
Flooding, bro, it won't work. That shit don't make sense at all.
You have mountains dropping into valley and all of them. Fucky talking, bro.
There's a violent series of earthquakes, and then there's a large earthquake causing a tsunami, and you think the water has to stop when you say so, right?
Nobody's saying that, bro.
That's what it sounds like, because what we're telling you is that the ground shook really fucking hard, and it caused the water to move the wrong damn direction, and until that momentum actually wore down, then it stopped. It had enough momentum that the ground got shook really fucking hard. It had enough momentum to move the water all the way up to Gary.
What would happen, Gary, from that natural momentum already having a natural flow? If it's getting pushed back from the natural flow, it'll create a flood. It'll just be flooding everywhere. It'll overflow, bro.
It destroyed a city. An entire city. They had to move all the Indians out because it destroyed all that shit. Gone. That's why it's called the Trail of Tears, because it destroyed cities.
Yeah, city places that were right there upon the riverbank. That's what it destroyed.
Killed tons of people.
Gone like 2 miles, 2 miles and
where they were living.
Hey, but
that's
check it, Gary.
That's why it's called the Trail of Tears.
calm down. Hey, I trying to ask you over by where Santa Claus live, right? You know where Santa Claus? Yeah, you know where Santa Claus live, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I seen my
Yeah.
story.
Okay. So that water that's going around that little area where Santa Claus live, how that water getting over there? Is that the same water and it is moving in a current of a flow, like going around and around the globe and up the globe and down the globe and around the globe? It don't do that.
What you talking about? Ocean current?
That water that's over by Santa Claus.
You're talking about ocean current.
The water, listen again. Whatever you want to call it, the water that's by Santi. You know that dude with the beard and the Rudolph and thing? The water that's surrounding his place where he lived, right? They call it Arctic, right?
You're talking about the Arctic Circle now, which is on the opposite end, but okay.
Oh, okay. Which side he live? Which part he live?
The North Pole. The North
Where
Pole.
do you think? Yeah, where do you think the Arctic Circle is? I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay. So they say he live on the north or so the North Pole. Okay, even in the South Pole, the water that's there and the water on the North Pole, how would them water transit or shift from north to south if there's no up or never no down?
There is an up or down. What are you talking about? Down is always towards your feet. Up is always to the sky. I said that I don't know how many times.
On a globe.
It's the same on a globe. Down is always beneath your feet.
Nada, you got to say north or south with him. North or south.
North or south. North or south. So where is north now?
No, you gotta ask him this because I went through this with a lot of people. You gotta ask him what is the direction of down? What's the direction of down?
Towards your feet.
No, that's not a direction. What would be the direction of the sky?
The sky is above your head.
All right, what's the
Hey, sir, are you speaking to a cardinal direction, or is that what you want to say? A cardinal direction?
Man, bro, you know what I was saying, bro.
Yeah, he know what he's saying. He trying to dodge out of the
thing. Yeah, that shit weird.
What are you talking about? I've answered your question a million times. I said this 4 or 5 times. Do I need to put up like a graph so you'll understand that up and down?
Here in America, people that live in America, then when them say New York, you're going up to New York. When them say Florida, you're going down Florida side. You're going down. You understand? You go in California, you're going out west. You're going over by them side. You're going out. You're going over by them side there. You're going east.
Let me just say this though, because that's all relative though to where you are though, bro.
Huh?
Well, it sounds like
even if you're in California, and you say you're going New York, you're saying you're going up to New York.
Listen.
If you say you're going Florida, you say you're going down Florida.
Listen right quick.
Those are figures of speech.
Quick though, Nadi, that's just relative
up,
to where
north, down, south.
According to your perception of your direction of where you are. That's all that has to do with. Because someone could be saying, okay, when they can be in what is it what is the down, what is down south, what is it down?
Hold on, don't forget down south. Just say uptown and downtown. I mean, what's the difference?
Like if people were living in Antarctica, if they were traveling to a certain place that let's say if they were traveling to fucking Nebraska where I'm from, they would say I'm going down to Nebraska. It's all perception. It's all relative to their perception though. You know, that's all I was saying. It's relative to where you are. You know what I'm saying? To where you say you want to go down or you want to go up to something.
But they're still up and down though. They still.
Hold on. If you say you're going uptown or downtown, what's that mean?
I'm going uptown. If I'm in the south, I say I going uptown. I going fucking uptown. Which one them do the business?
You're in the same city and you're going to uptown and then you're going downtown.
If I live on the south side, I say I going uptown. I going to the suburb to the metropolitan area. Uptown.
So you went up?
Uptown. Yeah, I going up from where I live. If I in the north, I going downtown.
So if you went up, are you above the city now?
If I go up, if I gone up, I gone north of the city. Yeah, I up over
No,
the city.
you went uptown. Are you above the city now?
City get ready to go north and more to outskirts of the city. Yeah, I going up the
No,
city.
you're not above. You're not above the city. You're in the fucking city. Saying uptown and downtown don't mean that you're underneath the city or you're above
if
the city.
if I go west of the city, I going west of the city.
Yes.
I go east of the city. I going east of the city.
Yes.
I going side to side. I going side to side. My next destination is what's on the side.
You can be on the north side of town, right? But that doesn't mean you're uptown.
Why I mean like uptown? What do you mean?
Because north isn't up. And how many times I got to tell you that? I said that like 4 or 5 times. Up is not north.
I don't
down
know where you
is
see
not
that.
down. I don't know why you keep saying that.
On the globe though, Gary, it would be up though, bro.
Yeah,
no, it
I don't know
wouldn't.
why.
Hold on. Let me point it. I'm gonna do it again. I'm pointing south right now with my right hand. With my left hand, I'm pointing down, and I'm pointing 2 different directions. One I'm pointing towards my feet. The other one I'm pointing towards my right.
Well, Gary, explain how people are upside down in Australia.
Even
They're
east
not.
Hey, look, even east and west on the globe would be considered up, depending on what.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Once again, hold on. Let's go. You want me to? Hold on. Let me find east. There's east right now.
Because it's a curve.
Hold on. Now I'm pointing
it's a curve.
and I'm
If
pointing.
it's a curve,
down.
you got to have a peak. You have to have a peak to a curve.
Different directions. I'm not pointing in the same direction. I'm pointing to the east. Right now, with my right hand, I'm pointing to the east, and with my left hand, I'm pointing down. And they are
How does water move around the ball, Gary?
That's the question.
How does don't say up or down? Not how does water move around the ball?
It usually has to do with currents, don't it?
Okay, but if the currents are flowing all south, as you say, at what point do the currents flow? What points do the currents flow north?
What are you talking about?
If you're going around the ball, you have to go north south. You have to go north to south, south to north.
Water always flows downhill. So whichever way downhill. Wherever the elevation is lowest,
so how's the ocean sitting on top of the ball? How's the ocean sitting on top of the ball?
That's why I said, where's the ocean by Santa Claus at?
How's the ocean sitting on top of the ball, and how's the ocean sitting up under the ball?
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
If you got a globe, it's on water on top and it's water on the bottom of the ball, right? So how's that water sticking to the bottom and not floating out in space?
What do you call it, top and bottom? I don't understand.
Put your hand on the top. Put your hand on the top. Take a ball. Put your hand on the top of it, and put your hand on the bottom of it. Where your hands are. Where your hand is up under the ball, and on top of the ball. Put your hands like that, right? So up under the ball, how's that water sticking up under the ball?
Well, water always flows towards the ball, no matter what.
Okay, if it's flowing towards the ball, how's it sticking up in middle space?
At the bottom, how it get to the opposite side of each other? How is the opposite side? Both sides gonna be up. There's no way you can get opposite sides up. Both of them up. There's no way at the same time.
How's water sticking? How's water sticking at the Antarctica? Antarctica is at the bottom of the globe, right, Gary? Antarctica is the bottom of the globe, South Pole, right?
No,
I'm just saying.
What are you calling up and down? There's no up and down.
Okay, South Pole. South Pole. It's Antarctica in the South Pole.
Yes, Antarctica is what we
how's the water sticking up under there?
It's not on the globe. Sticking. First of all, it's being manipulated. It's going down. Everything goes down towards the ground.
Okay, so the people in Antarctica.
Where you're at, the water always goes.
Okay, well tell me this: if I'm in the North Pole, I'm standing up. I'm pointing up to the sky. Right? If I'm in the South Pole,
are you listening?
Is the person in the South Pole is they upside down from the person in the North Pole?
Let me ask you something. The North
Pole. Answer that question.
No,
Is the person in the South Pole upside down from the person in the North Pole?
Listen, relative to their position, yes.
Okay.
Now,
So they upside down.
No.
So
down is always towards your feet, no matter where you're at. Down is always towards your feet.
But on the globe, if the person in the North Pole is upside down from the person in the South Pole, right?
Relative to their position, yes.
Okay, so how's that person in the South Pole sticking upside down?
They're not sticking upside down. They're right side up. They're only upside down relative to the position of the North Pole.
Okay, so it's some magical field that makes me flip upside.
No. You believe in the moon? I have actually said this 3 times. Relative to their position on the globe. Relative to their position on the globe. Sir Drop, shut the hell up. Relative to their position on the globe. There is no up and down in space, so it's only relative.
But no. But when you say globe, somebody got to be upside down. When you say the word, when you use the word globe, if I'm looking out, if I'm standing back from back, if I fly out of space and I'm looking at the Earth, and I see a big old skyscraper on the top of the North Pole and a big old skyscraper in the bottom, if I'm off the Earth, I'm gonna see that on the bottom turn upside down and the one on top turn upside right. Right?
It's not flat. Let me help you.
No.
Let me help
They're
you right.
both right side up relative to their position.
Relative to you, they upside down. That's relative.
Now, if I bag them off the globe and I put some on the top in the North Pole and some on the bottom in the South Pole, they have to be touching the ground. Both of them touching the ground. The steeple at the top gonna be pointed up. The steeple at the bottom gonna be pointed down. If I'm back up off the globe.
Hold on, it's only relative to their position.
No, I'm bagging up off the globe. I'm not on the Earth's position. I'm away from Earth. I'm up off of Earth. I'm looking at Earth from a distance.
It doesn't matter. You still have a reference point in order to make your base.
Okay, check this out. Hey, Gary. So if the person on the North Pole, the water will be flowing south because of the elevation. If a person on the South Pole, the water will be flowing north because of the elevation?
No.
So where do the water flow from the South Pole? Which direction?
Whichever way the elevation is highest or lowest.
So if you all the way on the bottom of the south, the south of the south, you can't go north.
Hold on. Let me ask you this: do you think that hills and valleys only flow downwards towards the South Pole?
So you're saying again?
No, answer the question. Do you think hills and valleys only curve towards the South Pole? I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
No, that's what.
Hold on.
No, Gary, I don't. No, Gary. No, I don't. That's what you're saying.
Hold on. No, listen. The world has terrain, right? There's hills and valleys all over its surface, right? So depending on where the elevation is for those hills and valleys, where it's above sea level and below sea level, that's the way water will flow. It has nothing to do with the relative position that it has in space, because that's
okay, Gary. Okay, Gary. Take a globe, take a ball. You can even take a Earth globe that is selling in school, and put some GI Joes all around it in every direction. At some point, the GI Joe on top is going to be right side up, and the one in the bottom is going to be upside down. So you mean tell me there's people on the right?
Relative to
their position, they feet on the ground. The one on the bottom is going to be upside down if you're looking at the globe, right? So you mean to tell me there's people in Antarctica and Australia that are upside down that think they're upside right? And how does the water?
No. They are not upside down. From their reference point, they are right side up.
Okay, at what point? If a plane is flying if a plane took off in New York and is going to Australia, at some point it's going to cross this equator. At what point do the plane realize that it's flying down up under the globe? At what point do the plane feel like it's?
It never does. Never. The ground always stays beneath it the entire trip.
Yeah, but at some point it's going to be upside down.
No, it's not. Upside down is relative to your position. If you continue to change your reference point changes with you. So as long as it stays with the ground beneath it, it will always be right side up relative to
That
its
don't
position.
sound right on no globe, man.
Even relative to you, if you look at a ball, if you just like a basketball, the example that everybody's been giving, there's the bottom of the basketball when you look at it, there's a top to it.
Yeah.
There's the bottom and the top.
The up and down, he has picked specific. Hold on. He picked specific points. Those are his reference points. He's saying the North Pole is up and the South Pole is down. Those are the reference points. That is how he's getting his points. He's giving reference points. And it says,
No.
That's why when you say relative to the positions in which
take an ant and place an ant on top of the basketball. Gary, take an ant, place an ant on top of the basketball. When that ant walk all the way, when that ant walk all the way around, his perspective is that basketball is under his feet. But he himself know that he hanging upside down because he has his latches on. What? Hold on. Because he has his latches on to hold the ball upside down. If he let it go, he know he gonna drop. What do you mean?
First of all, you're comparing two different things because the ball doesn't have its own gravitational pull. If he was walking on the
it's
ball,
gravitation now.
Hold on. If the ball has what we're talking about, something to draw it towards its surface, then as it walks on it, it would not need to cling to anything because it will always be being drawn towards the center, which means the ground would always stay beneath his feet no matter where he moves to.
So now gravity is south.
No. What?
Gravity is south.
No,
that's what your global compass telling you too.
No,
when it bends, gravity is south.
Let's do this again.
Because it seems like it's bending off of gravity.
Standing up. With my right hand, I am pointing south. With my left hand, I am pointing down. Down is towards my feet. South is to the right of me, which are two different directions.
Hey, if an ant walking down your pants leg, what direction is it going? Answer the question. Ain't no, God can't save you.
It's a figure of speech. First of all, if it's you've already included the word down your pants leg. So what does that mean? If you already put the word down in the direction in which you're describing.
Now the question I'm asking you is,
you've already answered your question. You answered your question because your answer is within the question.
There's an ant is walking on your pants towards your foot.
What direction is the ant going in the ant's mind? The ant is thinking I'm going north, right?
No. I will do this again. With my right hand, I am pointing south. With my left hand, I am pointing down. Those are two different directions.
Man, you know what I'm saying, man. Quit playing
I know what you're saying. You're still wrong.
Because you don't get no props, Gary.
Look, check this out. Since down is when you look down at your feet, does down stop? Does down stop when you look at the ground? Does down stop, or does down continue to go all the way through the ground?
Down will always be beneath your feet.
So it continues to go down all the way for infinity, right?
No.
Yeah,
so where's the stopping point of down then?
The center of the mass.
So the center is the stopping point.
The center of mass, yes.
The center of mass?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the center of the object. Yeah, that's what he's trying to say.
So where's the center?
The magma.
So you're saying the core. So the core would be the stopping point to where it go where it reverses, and then now you're going up. So you go down to the core, and on the opposite side of the core, you're going up.
No. You will not be going up. Up is always above your head.
Oh, listen to what you're not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're saying so when I look down, the down where I'm looking, it stops at the core. Right?
It stops at the center of mass, wherever that is.
Okay, wherever that is. So at that point where it stops, so when you start to travel in the other direction, now you're traveling up then, right?
No, up is always above your head.
Or are you continuing to go down?
What?
You're saying at the core it stops. So when I'm
Now,
saying,
what he's saying, Gary, once you go through the core, are you going back up?
let's say if you continue that line, let's say if you continue that line down, does the direction change once it hits the core on the opposite side? Is what I'm saying.
No, down will still be beneath your feet. Up will always be above your head.
So down continues to go through the core. Then.
No, it stops at that point. All you can do is go around the point of singularity.
It stops and that's it.
No, all you can do is go around the point of singularity. It does not change.
You can go no further down. Is that what you're saying?
No, you will always once you reach the point of singularity, you can go around the point of singularity, but that's it.
Always so you can never go all the way. You can just never. There's a point to where down stops. Basically, is what I'm asking.
The point of singularity. Yes.
So can you go through the core and then in a straight line? Then will you be traveling up toward the ground again?
No, your position.
Now, if I go down through the ground, I go through the core. Now I'm through the core. Am I in my direction going up?
To dig, would I dig up or would I keep digging down?
That don't make sense, bro. If you saying if your direction change, that don't make sense, bro. You saying down?
How would I dig?
Down top of the core. That don't make sense, bro. Down.
Would I dig up? No, from the core up or from the core down? Which
up
way?
Is always above your head. Down.
Okay. No, I say listen. If I start digging right now and my feet touching the ground, when I dig to the core, go through the core now and come to the next side of the core and start digging with my foot on that ground, or would I be digging from my head through the ground?
So you're asking me what happens when you pass through the point of singularity?
Yes.
That's
once you pass through that point, down is still beneath your feet and up will be above your head.
So when I come,
so down continues then, and with that explanation, it keeps going.
So when I come out to the next side, I come in off
there's a point of singularity.
Down
360 degrees. No matter where you're at on that thing, no matter where you're at.
If I dig starting with my feet and I just dig with my feet, I'm always going down. So you're saying that me even going through the core with looking at my feet. Let's say I keep digging with my feet going all the way through the core. Are you saying that the direction changes once I keep going down?
No, the direction hasn't changed.
Or it stops there. And then it changes direction.
The only thing that's changing is your relative. The only thing that is changing is your relative position around the singularity.
So down doesn't stop. As long as I'm looking down at my feet, it doesn't stop.
Down takes you to the point of singularity.
Man, come on, you double speaking now.
No, I'm not. I said the same thing over and over.
I have to come out foot first, right?
You said down was looking at your feet.
I come out upside down. I'll come out upside down.
No, you will not come upside down. Down will always be beneath your feet.
All the way through digging with your feet, your head is going to be on the ground eventually, if that's the case.
No, it will not.
Yes, it will.
How am I come out? I'm gonna come out with the ground under my foot, my boy.
What?
Unless I dig in a circle. I tell you, I'm not digging a circle. I dig in a straight line through the globe.
That's the same magical shit that flip a plane back upside right.
Yeah, they don't add up.
This is common sense. If you keep digging through, and you just keep going a straight line, digging through with your feet is gonna touch the other side. To come out
to the opposite side. Yeah, your foot gonna come out.
You're not gonna flip around where your head come out.
Foot first.
It's gonna be your feet.
Foot first. Foot first.
Get the fuck out of here, man. That's bullshit, bro.
Yeah, that's how he come on his line. He come in the foot first. I come out head first, boss. I don't know about you. I come out.
It makes sense, though, bro.
I come out my mother head first, and then come out foot first.
That's an absolute fact right there.
I come out foot first.
I'm telling y'all niggas, this nigga's retarded, bro. Go ahead, bro.
And when you come out foot first, you'll be upside down.
Upside down. That's how he come out. That's how he come out. His mother. He come out. His mother foot first. Upside.
Y'all's ability to understand basic and simple concepts is absolutely astonishing.
You ain't got nothing to say. You can't say nothing against that. What can you argue? How can you argue that, bro? What would you
This is your inability to understand a basic, simple concept.
And so you can go install the womb right now, bro. You already been slit open, bro.
No, this is your inability to understand basic.
Hey, I know what happened to man that come out foot first, right?
You're not even doing. You're not. If you would take a little bit of effort to understand what's being told to you, instead of constantly trying to poke a hole in it and actually come to an understanding,
the man
you would
usually
have
had
already
a
got there.
biblical cord wrap around his neck.
But you're not trying to understand the concept that's being presented to you. You're too busy trying to see if you can find a way to poke a hole in it. So you'll never get it. You'll never get it. If you don't try to come to an understanding where you grasp the information that's coming to you,
I grasped it all the way from
obviously you don't. I've repeated myself 5 times and you keep asking me the same question.
After 5th grade, I gave that shit
So either you can't comprehend the information that's been told to you, or you refuse to accept it.
Now, bro, he ain't got no stance on nothing, bro. He just fluffing.
I've told you 5 times, and no matter how I do not change my answer, you keep asking me the same question. And you don't even realize you asking me the same question. You ask me the same question 3 or 4 different ways. It's the same question that you've asked. That's why you get the same answer.
Hey, Gary, do you believe in the moon landing?
Do I believe in the moon landing?
Or do you know, whatever you call it, do you think they went to the moon?
Based on everything I've seen, yes, they went to the moon.
Okay.
You believe on Santa Claus.
Then I got 2 questions from that. Okay, how come we never went back? And then how come every image is CGI from that?
Okay, first of all, they're not CGI. Second, what do you mean we didn't win back? How many missions did they do to the moon?